Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Bullet Motorsports. Right next to me we have a beautiful 1991 3000 GT VR4. I'm holding the booklet right here that has the original window sticker, all the restoration receipts, and a ton of documentation in regards to this ride. We have the original owner's manual and all paperwork pertinent to this one owner machine. If you guys are looking for a 74,000 mile four-wheel drive twin turbo 3-liter V6, look no further. If you want to find out full details, more information, and a full write-up on this beautiful ride, click on the link below. Today we're going to give you guys a comprehensive walk around and test drive on this VR4. Let's do it. Let's start off with the overall condition. I would rate this one a 7 out of 10. That's a 70% out of 100. I know you're looking at it right now and going, you're insane. Well, this has 74,000 original miles, and it does have a little bit of wear on the interior. Underside is very clean, but there is minor wear. 74,000 miles, very well kept, one owner car. Body lines are even throughout. Paint has been redone, so it had a partial restoration. What that means is they actually brought the paint down, they did a base coat, clear coat, and then they added the graphics. So this is a pinstripe that is actually a vinyl decal. If you want to remove it, the sun has not faded it. I did a small test right here, and you can take it off. I think it fits the actual period, so I'm going to leave it for the sale. Wheels and tires are in good condition. Tires are from 2013, so just remember that. So if you guys are going to drive this, I would replace the tires. But in regards to us selling it, I don't know what you guys want in regards to rubber, so you can make that decision and just build it into your price point or offering. Windows all work as they should. This does have active exhaust, active Aero. You do have suspension adjustability. And this was comparable, or this was the comp or fighter against the 300ZX, which we have in stock. We have a 50,000 or so mile one, and it's really cool to have both these pieces at the same time. So this is the 90s era of essentially crazy technology, four-wheel drive or twin turbo. So this is powered by a 3-liter twin turbo power plant, made it to a 5-speed. It has limited slip in the rear and also has active steering in the rear. So this is a rear steer car, and it actually works. So in the video, we're going to try to put a GoPro there so you can see the wheels move. Let's spin it so I can show you the rear and talk about the active exhaust. Taking a look at the rear, extremely clean. Bumper is very nice. You do have your 3000 GT and then VR4. This would be the highest lineup for the 3000 model. You do have a dual mode exhaust. That's what they state it is, so I'm assuming you can change the actual tone. Rear bumper is extremely clean. The plastic is nice. Your taillights are nice, and then you do have active Aero, so this actually goes up and down, and we're going to show you that later on in the video. Your pop-up headlights work as they should, and right now what we're going to do is spin it so you can see the passenger side, and I'll give you guys more specs. Before we go to the passenger side, I want to show you inside the trunk. You still have your factory spare tire. All the metal is very nice. You have 2 storage compartments. Carpet is very clean. This still rolls back and forth, and your shocks are in great condition. There is no rust throughout, so everything's nice and solid. The paint shows well. And you have a sprayer fill hole here, so I don't know what that's for. You guys have to let me know in the comments, but there is fluid in here. Interesting. Let's spin it to the passenger side. Passenger side is the same as the driver's side in regards to condition. Very nice. Wheels do have minor oxidation, but they show well, and they are round and true. This drives amazing, and we're going to show you that later on in the video. You have your twin turbo insignia right there on the quarter glass. All of your rubbers are in great shape, and once again, the paint shows very well. I gave it that 7 out of 10 because it has higher mileage. We're really picky here, and we have to tell you exactly how it is. Most people don't come to Bullet Motorsports to look at the vehicle, so we're here. We're your eyes and ears. So if you have any additional questions, you can give us a call at 954-363-2261. But hopefully these videos showcase them properly. We've sold over 3,000 classic and niche market cars over 15 years, so that's a big deal. Let's show you under the hood, and then we'll jump inside. Taking a look at the front end, extremely clean. Headlights pop up. When you have the ignition on, your lights will actually operate. Front valence has Aero, so when you're driving, you hit a certain speed, there's a little bladder that actually folds down here to give you more essentially active Aero. Fog lights work. Plastics are very nice. You do have a front tag bracket because this originated in New York, so you needed 2 plates in New York. Hood is very clean. Windshield wipers are good. Once again, this is a turnkey classic ride. I know I say classic because this is like the car that I dreamed of when I was in high school. Up for grabs. So if you guys have any questions, give us a call, 954-363-2261. We're going to go inside it, and then we'll take it for a spin. I got to show you the engine. Let's take a look under the hood. It is greeted by a very original engine bay. So this has 74,000 miles. The motor is shoehorned into here. So this is one of those motors that if you have to do any sort of work, you have to pull the engine out. Twin turbos, very, very clean in regards to all the metal. You have your sensors here for your adjustability for your dampeners, batteries over there, insulation's very nice, and all the stickers are still in place. So you still have your fender tags and your stickers on the hood. 300 horsepower, 307 foot-pounds of torque out of going through full-wheel drive. Very, very exhilarating. This is a very potent package, 307 foot-pounds of torque, and if you modify them, they are very, very fast. So this is the car that you would read about in magazines competing against everything under the moon. And the window sticker was almost 33.5. That's pretty high for back in the day. If you think about that in today's economy, it's up there. Taking a look at the interior, very nice and clean. For 74,000 miles, this shows very well. These dashes were prone to have many issues. The only thing I see, so if I'm being really picky here, the plastic vents for the defrost, the clips are actually broken, so you have to push it down and it'll hold in place for a little bit but pops back up. Gauges work as they should. You do have a nice steering wheel with your stereo control, so it still has the factory stereo here, so you have your mute, AM, FM, and we'll go over that when we go for the test drive. You have a 5-speed transmission, and this car was one of the most technologically advanced vehicles from the 90s. So they threw everything into it, including active aero. If I start this, starts up nicely. You have touring and sport for the exhaust. A little bit different. Also, you have active aero. So if I click this, that wing is moving back there. That is so cool. So you have cold air. The AC, it works as it should. It's cold, 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 but the LED is intermittent. So that doesn't work sometimes it does. Radio works as it should, so I can raise the volume or put FM on, and I don't ever know how to work a radio.
12 seconds later.
Oh, you gotta push power. Yeah. So radio sounds great. You do have a CD player, you can control your volume here. You can mute it. And I know you're hearing the door chime. This thing's awesome. Let's spin it and take it for a test drive. Before we go for a test drive, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoy this content, please be sure to click like and subscribe below. Let's go for a test drive. Okay, we're taking the VR4 out for a test drive. Clutch is very easy, there's no chattering. Second gear is super smooth. What we're gonna do is go over all the features inside so you guys can see everything work. I know we did it inside of our studio, but to see it while it's in motion, I think is pretty neat. AC does operate. The screen, once again, turns on and off, so that the LEDs are having an issue. It is cold. You do have a factory stereo with all controls here. Horn works. We're gonna put it into active aero mode. And I'm gonna put it into tour. You have power windows, auto power down for the driver's side. Glove box is very nice. Seats are very comfortable. Windshield wipers work as they should. Second gear is nice. Steering's nice and tight. Third gear. I like it. Boost is operating, so the boost gauge is working. You can feel it instantly. Not really any lag right at 3,000, there's not really any lag. Fourth gear, and then let's put it in fifth and check the clutch. No slippage from the clutch. Our active aero is on, so I believe once we hit a certain speed, the aero will activate. pretty exhilarating. Feels good. Going over bumps, no issues at all. What we're gonna do right now is test out the acceleration. I'll start off in second and actually first gear. Let's see how first gear does. Sounds good. AC works, I can put it on. Blows cold. Keeping it off so you guys can hear all the exhaust noises. Lights work. No foul smells. If you guys want to see underside shots, click on the link below. Full gallery. Rear seats are very nice. Here we go. Let's test out the acceleration. Ready? Woo! Feels good, brakes feel good. I like it. Downshifts are easy. Headlights work as they should. Bottom lights. What we're going to do right now is take a right here and go over our signature bumps so you can see how the suspension reacts. I'm going to put it into sport mode. Taking this corner. Oh, nice and smooth. Here comes our first set of bumps. No funny sounds. Dip, no issues at all. It's not bouncy. Once again, if you guys have any questions at all, give us a call at 954-363-2261. I'm out of here.